Greetings, Commanders. Okay, I'm back, and I found the encoded material trader. So the tooltip on the material was wrong. These the data types, data mined, and eccentric hyperspace trajectories. All these guys are encoded materials. They are not manufactured materials, even though it said that. Which is why the manufactured material trader didn't have them, but this guy does. So I ran out of these because I don't carry them around because they used to be worth nothing. But if I want to get them, I could trade down from here to get them. But of course I need those now for interim ones. Like anytime you're going to do an upgrade on a module from scratch, you're going to need all of these things to some extent. I did a bunch more upgrades that I haven't videoed, just to get more of a feel for it. And I just ran out of stuff because a lot of the lower grade upgrades, the G1s and G2s, take the same stuff, and it's all lower grade stuff, which I naturally was throwing away most of. So I don't have hundreds of atypical disrupted wake echoes, even though I could. They're easy to get because I've thrown them out. So I think in the future it'll work out okay because you'll just keep those. You'll have maybe 1,000 of them because every material has a cap of 1,000 now. So I think that's okay. I wish the trader was at the engineer, though. Having to go to 3-4 traders to get what you want and then come back. This is nice, however. Look at this. Cracked industrial firmware has always been really hard to get. It still is in live. I happen to have 13 of them, amazingly. Mostly from missions, and I've been saving them up. However, these are easy to get. I've been throwing them away. Even though I only have 16, I could easily have had a lot more, but I tossed them out. But now, I can trade these down. Looks like I'll get 3 of these if I trade this down, and I can get 6 of these by trading these down. So let's try that just to see. I want to do this. So I'll trade one of these and I'll have 3 security firmware patches. Alright, then if I want these and I want to trade these, I can now trade those 3 that I just got, and I will now have 9. Yeah, so I traded one of these for 9 of those. That is nice. At least we can get these now. They've been such a pain to get. Oh, and I can get these, which I've run out of because, again, it's a low-level thing, and I didn't have enough of them. But I'm gonna have to start writing down what I need again. There's like no way to save it in the game, and all the third-party tools like ED Engineer and stuff that I've been using won't work with this. They'll have to be upgraded. Yeah. So it'll be a while before it becomes convenient again. Yeah. Interesting though. Okay, so anyway, at least I did locate this place, and you can get stuff this way. So I think this is mostly a win, except that I'm going to have to change my habits. I have to hang on to all this junk. But, of course, that's easy now, right? Because of the change. I haven't even looked at that. Let's look. Yeah, so I can have 100 of each one. What did I say earlier? 1,000? I think I said 1,000. I meant 100. So if I was to go out with my wake scanner and scan away, I would come back with billions of these. I'd easily get 100 of those in just a few scans. I was just scanning recently because I was doing an upgrade and I needed the data mined wake exceptions. These guys I needed. I eventually got about 15 of them, and I must have thrown away, 100 of those, 200 maybe, and a bunch of these I threw away. I threw away all these things because I wanted those. But now I can keep all of those, trade them in here, and get these, and like spread it out so that I have enough of each one for whatever it is that I'm trying to do, whatever grade I'm on, I guess. Being able to only pin, again, in game, you can only pin one engineer blueprint, and only one grade of the blueprint can you pin. So there's no way to refer to it to see what what components you needed for grades 1 through 5. You can only have one of those pinned, which means we're just back to where we were before. You have to do it outside of the game, or you have to write it down yourself on a piece of paper or something, or keep a notebook or an Evernote or something. I will be happy when the third-party folks get their hands on all this and upgrade all the tools that I'm used to using for the new system. But for now, I have to do it in my head. And with my memory, it's impossible to do it in my head. I'll have to actually write things down and plan it out. So for testing purposes, I'm just kind of debating what I should do. Maybe I should go out and scan, since I was just doing that the other day. I'll find myself a system, do a bunch of scanning like I would have for the data mined wake exceptions, and then this time I'll keep everything I get, and I'll come back over here and trade it around and see how that works. I think it'd probably work okay, actually, just thinking about it. Alright, so let's do that. I need to find famine systems. Oh good, there's some close by here. Well, the galaxy map is not any faster. 4,000 people only there. It may not matter. I don't know if that matters as far as having a distribution center, and we'll go over there. I won't, I'll cut the video here. I'm going over to that system to find a distribution center and jump into it, and then I can scan wakes. Oh, I better get a wake scanner also before I go. Once I get over there with one, then we'll scan some wakes, and we'll grab some stuff. We're going to test this out. Then we'll bring it back here to the trader and trade it around and see what we can get. That'll be the next step, I think. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I have arrived at the distribution center out here in the land 40728, I guess. Wherever I ended up. I switched to the Conda because it has a better jump range, and this required a bit of traveling, so here I am. So let's take a look. This is my current data storage. I have 12 of a lot of these lower ones that you hardly need. I only have 3 of those. And I only have 2 of these. So normally if I was out here trying to get data mined wake exceptions, I would be throwing away the rest of the things I get. Like eccentric hyperspace trajectories and strange wake solutions, those guys. And these guys. So we'll hang on to everything this time and see what kind of difference it makes when I get over to the trader. It's kind of going to be a little bit subjective, of course, but I just did this the other day, so it'll give me a feel for what it's like anyway. Alright, so I gotta go scan some wakes. I won't make you watch all my wake scanning, but then I'll be back and show you the results after however much time. I'll try to keep track of how much time I actually am in the game doing it, because I do have to stop for lunch and stuff. Alright, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, I'm back from my data gathering. I spent about an hour out there, and I got some data mined wake exceptions. I think I got 12 of them, I think. Just a minute here, let's see. Yeah, I got 12 of them. I had 2 already, so now I have 14. And of course I also picked up all of these guys that I usually throw away. And now I have 72 of those, 28 of those, 12 of each of these. I picked up some of these, so I now have 31 of those. And what else did I get? Strange wake solutions. So now I have 23 of those as well. So the real question is, when I go to use them, so I want to do another FSD range upgrade, for example. Will I be able to go all the way there? Because I'm trying to like duplicate what I just did in the live game. I had bought a DBX. I had to upgrade it. I had enough data mined wake exceptions and everything else for about 10 rolls. So I went out and I did my 10 rolls, and I had like a 46% increase. So then I went out for another hour and I picked up 15 more data mined wake exceptions, and then I went back and did a bunch more rolls, and I wound up with about 49%. So I did not max it out. So this time I've done kind of the same thing. I went out for about an hour. I've got my 14 data mined wake exceptions, but I won't need those except for the G5 rolls. But I will need all this other junk that I picked up for all of the G1 through G4 rolls. Now the question is, will I have enough just from that one run? And I don't know. I mean, I'll have to go try it. So I'll be back when I get there, and we'll see how it actually turns out. I'm gonna put another unmodded FSD on this guy, and then we'll go modify it again and see what happens. Alright, so I'm here at the engineer again. We're gonna upgrade this drive again with stuff I just collected in the last hour, and let's see if we can. And here we are, and we're starting over at 1 again. So of course I have 72 of them this time. So let's try this and see how it feels. Okay, so now this is unlocked. I did not get any of those while I was out. See, we're going to have little lists of everything that you need. Because you need a lot more materials if you're going for grade 5 than you used to. You got to have enough for everything in between as well. So I ran into a snag. I can't continue because I don't have manganese. So I would have to figure out where to get manganese, and I have no idea. I also only have 1 chemical distillery, and I'm going to need at least 4 of them. Got plenty of these guys though. And then when I do get to here, I have... See, I don't need any more of those. I have enough of those, so... Alright, so that's just kind of what it's boiling down to, is you're going to need a lot more materials. We're going to have a whole list little spreadsheets, all the ingredients that are needed for a for a grade 5 FSD range increase upgrade. You're going to need all these things, and instead of just needing the stuff for grade 5, you need everything for grades 1 through 4 as well. So then you're going to have to come with all of that already in your bag. Okay, well, there we are. I can't finish this right now. However, I have got a pretty good feel for how it feels, I think. It seems to me that the collection portion of engineering, getting the stuff, is going to be about the same amount of a drag as it's always been. It'll just be a little different because now you can trade some stuff for other stuff, but you're still going to be out there gathering the stuff, and all that low-level stuff that you used to throw away you will keep, but you're still going to need it for some of the lower-level roles anyway, so it's not like you can use all of it. I don't know. It's not going to make a big difference, is what I'm trying to say. The material trader, in as far as time goes, it'll make some difference, and it'll make sure you don't get stuck in a place where you can't get what you need. But the big difference in the system is going to be at the end, because you will come there with your list of ingredients. You'll know exactly which ingredients you need to do all 5 grades of rolls. You'll have enough to do at least 5 of each one, or 6 of each one, and 10 or 12 for the last one, and you'll roll them, and you'll walk out with a maximized item. And so you'll be guaranteed that the time you put in results in what you wanted. You won't walk away going, I got screwed by the random Las Vegas sliders like you used to. So that's probably better. At least I think it's better. It's certainly better for me. It means that I can plan out exactly what I'm going to get. I can build it out in the build the loadout, knowing what everything's going to turn out to be, and then plan my ship accordingly without any random stuff in there. And I like that better. Alright, that's all I got time for right now, but I'll be back later with more.